Kenny, how was the week off?
It was good. Yeah, just hung here. Got to do some extra football stuff and also kind of, try to get refreshed and unwind a little bit. So that was good.
Do you get help for this team?
I think so, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we've been going at it for a while. Going back to camp, so it was good, I think, to get a break and get away, and everyone came back pretty refreshed.
You notice a different energy at practice or a different vibe around the locker room after the week off?
I don't know. We got a pretty good group. Everyone seems to have really good attitudes, but I mean, a little extra pep in the step, I guess. Say guys got some extra sleep and did some recovery things, so it was good.
Coaching staff talks about doing coaching evaluation, self-evaluation with that, or with the week off. Did you do any scouting of yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely found things with Coach Sully, things that I want to improve on. Just getting, mastering the offense as a whole, using the entire offense. Ways for us to get down the field more and be more explosive, which I can definitely help with. So there's a lot of things. So it was definitely a productive off week.
Kenny, there have been a lot of NFL quarterbacks that didn't have the success they wanted in their rookie year, that went on to have really good careers. Is that something that you can have that perspective now, or is that kind of hard to feel at this moment?
I think it's a lot of process with you're going to be thinking about that stuff. I'm really just taking it a week at a time. Use the bye week to definitely get better and improve. And put my best foot forward for this game week.
How are you finding fulfilling your leadership role as you perceive it with kind of on-the-job training?
Like improving leader. Like, what do you mean?
Is it difficult to lead while you're still kind of learning what to do, or do you find that comes naturally to you?
No, I mean, we have a great group. There's a lot of veteran guys that I lean on. We work really well together, and there's great leaders that I also follow on this team. So we're all working together, and we want to get back on track this week. So that's the main goal.
One of the things you kind of challenged guys after the Philly loss was study habits and to study better. I mean, how did you see them kind of respond to that? Did anybody talk to you about, hey, what can I do more?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you need more, get more. That's pretty much the message. The coaches are always here. Anything I need, the coach's doors are always open. So that's just the easy message. I think, guys have been great. We had really clean days of practice, and we just need to carry that over into the game.
So was a week enough time to kind of fix some things, maybe turn some things around?
I mean, listen, we'll find out on Sunday, right? I mean, we can go over all the things, and it sounds great on paper, and in the meetings, we got to go out there and produce on Sunday. So we'll see.
How do things change for you in this offense with Chase now in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, I think some guys got to step up, right? It's the next man up. Obviously, Chase is a great, really talented player. We'll miss him, and we had a great time together. But we need guys to step up to fill that void, and I'm really confident in all the guys doing it as a collective.
Kenny, does that mean more targets potentially for Pickens? And how does the slot role change if it's largely Sims, who's different body type than Chase there?
Yeah, I mean, we just have to adjust that, with how we do certain things. But I think the ball gets spread around. I think those guys, like I said, will step up as a receiver room, to fill that void. So I'm excited to see guys get opportunities and see what they do with them.
Have you had conversations with your receivers about stepping up? And if so, what have you said, especially as a leader?
No, I mean, listen, everyone kind of understands the deal and what guys need to do. Guys need to do their job. It was laid out of, how we plan to attack. So I feel like we're all on the same page. But like I said, it all sounds great, but we got to go, execute on Sunday.
I noticed during practice sometimes you work off to the side with Pat and Deontay and George. How much does that kind of individual work help you build your rapport with those guys?
Yeah, it's huge because, I mentioned before, not having a summer obviously hurts with timing and reps. So being able to get, free time, when the defense is out there working, off to the side on whatever extra routes we need, timing purposes, those guys are great. And, they give, full effort, and I can get timing, and, it's been going pretty well so far.
Is that something you initiated? They initiated, coaches suggested?
As a group, just something that we all feel like we need just because of the lost time, we have to make up for it.
With that week off, did you look more about you guys here? Did you spend a couple extra days on the Saints and upcoming opponents too?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. You didn't want to move on to the Saints too fast. You wanted to, definitely fix some fundamental things that you have to do as a player and where you need to improve while also getting ahead on them a little bit. So it was a fine line, but I think we did a really good job of, mixing both.
What do you see from the Saints defense?
Yeah, I mean, they're a talented group, a veteran group up front, obviously, with Cam Jordan, and, he's a really good legendary player. So, we'll have to deal with him. The secondary, a guy, I used to watch his tape before high school games, Tyrann Matthew. So, it'll be cool going against him. Great instinct player, long corners on the outside. So they got problems on all three levels. And then the two linebackers are obviously, really good too. So, I mean, like I said, they got, problems problems on all three levels that we're going to have to, figure out how we can try and execute some plays.
Did you watch his tape before high school games?
Yeah, because I played DB. I played both ways in high school, so I'd watch Tyrann Mathieu tape before high school games.
So he was your guy. Like, what'd you emulate about him?
Yeah, I'd say the defensive side, just the swag he plays with, man. He plays with an edge, and I liked watching that, in high school when I used to play some corner and safety. So definitely coming full circle now, facing off against him on Sunday.
Have you met him before or talked to him before?
No, never.
Did you find anything fundamentally in your game that, I was doing this and I shouldn't have been? Or...
Absolutely. I mean, listen, you're never going to be perfect. There's things I got to go through, whether it's fundamentally, progressions, a lot of things that, I can definitely improve on, and, definitely coming in here, put my best foot forward and trying to improve as much as I can every day to get a win on Sunday is really all I'm focused on.
Kenny, did you get to know New Orleans in the draft process?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Are you a guy that carries a chip on your shoulder when people pass you up?
No, man, I'm happy as hell to be here. This is everything works out for a reason. Incredibly proud to be the quarterback of this team. So I'm excited to go out there and play on Sunday.
Kenny, knowing this offense wants to fix things, how do you balance trying to implement those fixes but not try to do too much?
Right. Yeah. Like I've mentioned before, you can't press. As a player, as coaches, all of us, we just gotta trust that everyone's doing their job. We're gonna go out there and execute and improve the little detailed things that we want to improve on and kind of just take it one step at a time. But it all starts on Sunday. The things that we're putting in and everything we're working on, we got to execute at a high level on Sunday.
Do you get discouraged at all?
When he was looking at the film, the thing that jumped out to him was your execution on plays where you use misdirection or you move to launch point. Why do you feel like those are working for you, and do you think you guys can do more of that?
I think we do a pretty good amount of it. I think it's a good way to move the pocket and not just be kind of a sitting duck where you're dropping back in the same spot. The defense knows that I can, I have some mobility, I can move a little bit. They can't pin their ears back every single time and think that I'm going to be in the same point of the pocket. So I think we do a good amount of it. We'll see what happens, in the back half of the season with how we want to use it.
When you look at your stat line, the bottom line through your first starts, it's 2 touchdown throws, 8 interceptions. Do you get discouraged at those stats when they're in black and white in front of you, or how do you kind of build from that?
Yeah, I mean, I got to project the ball more, absolutely. I'm not throwing picks where I'm, not seeing the coverage. I see what's going on, and whether it's a tip ball or, there was a few that, they got me on. But I'm processing it. I'm going to the sideline. I know exactly what happened, why I went there. So there's things I can build on, but the bottom line is I got to protect the football. So that's definitely something that this back half of the season needs to be a focus, for me.